Com.
Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A partly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you wherever you might be. Jonathan Dent sitting in for Terry Henne this morning. Oh man, how's that snow for you on a October 31st? The kids are out trick-or-treating and gotta get through some snow, maybe some mixed precipitation. Depending on where you were, might had to break out the shovels. Definitely we'll talk about that in just a minute, but yeah. Some record snowfall across the state yesterday. Well, it was kind of spotty. The biggest totals came from the west side of the state, kind of hit or miss. It seems like if you got much more than a trace, you may have set a record. Here in the immediate Great Lakes Bay region, it was very interesting because you'd go from one county to the next, and one county's got half an inch, one county's got nothing, one county's got a trace. It's pretty interesting. In Muskegon, much more than a trace, much more than half an inch, 8.8 inches. To give you an idea, the previous record was trace amounts back in 2014. They normally don't have any snow by November. Other records, Detroit, 0.2 of an inch, 1 1/10 in Flint. Here in Saginaw, half an inch set a record. Average for the month of October is around 0.2 of an inch for the month of October. So definitely more than usual, to state the obvious there. We are looking at, I won't call it a warm-up, but we'll get back to normal here in just a little bit. We didn't break any records on the thermometer yesterday. 40 was our high, 26 our low. So hopefully, if the kids were out trick-or-treating, they had costumes with long sleeves, maybe a few layers to them. Oh, man. Glad the snow's all melted now, at least here looking out the window. Right now, we're looking at partly sunny skies, 34 degrees at Radio Center. Out at the airport, they're reporting cloudy skies, 35. Downtown Midland's looking at cloudy skies and 36. We're seeing, once again, a spotty sun. We've got sun, we've got mostly sunny, partly sunny, cloudy all around the region. So definitely a pretty variable day. Right now, we've got winds out of the west at 9 miles per hour. A nice little breeze that'll be picking up, moving to more southwest direction as we move on through the week. But it is giving us a little bit of a wind chill right now, wind chill at 28 degrees. Whew. We won't be looking at that for too much longer. We'll get back to normal fall temperatures. 42 for a high today. Our average is 53 with those west winds. A few clouds right now. We'll see more of those clouds moving in this afternoon, but we stay dry. No new precipitation tomorrow or tonight or during the day today. A combination of those clouds and some winds moving to the southwest, as I mentioned, keeping us to around 30 degrees for a low overnight tonight. The winds out of the southwest continue tomorrow. That'll warm us up a little bit. 46 for a high. Those clouds stick around overnight. A low of 38 tomorrow night. For your Friday, we're getting closer to that 53-degree normal temperature. 50 degrees for a high on Friday. Still cloudy skies sticking around. Still those breezy southwest winds. So we might see some wind chill indexes going out there, but a little bit warmer in terms of what's on the thermometer. Will remain dry until Friday night, and it's not likely you'll see much of anything overnight Friday night. Scattered showers, not much in the way of coverage, and anything that does pop up Friday night should clear out by Saturday morning, and we'll continue with that around 50-degree trend for a high. Then back up to average on Sunday, highs in the mid-50s. But with that higher temperature, we do trade off something. We get another chance for rain beginning Sunday night through Monday and on into Tuesday. Best chance of rain will be during the day on Monday and maybe a little bit in the morning there. So a bit of a warm-up, if you can call average temperatures a warm-up. Definitely not a pleasant way to start out the month of November here with snow on the ground, but at least here in the Great Lakes Bay region, we should look at that melting off fairly quickly if it hasn't already. Up in or over in the west side of the state, maybe not. Some of those areas that got upwards of 8 inches in Muskegon. Wow. Long range outlook takes us through November 14th. For most of the state, we're looking at below average on the temperatures. We're looking at closer to average on the temperatures the further west in the state you go. It's interesting how that lines out. Near normal precipitation across the entirety of Michigan. Record high on this date. We're definitely not coming anywhere near that today. 80 degrees set back in 1950. Record low set the year before, 21 degrees. As I mentioned, our average high is 53, our average low 37. We'll be much closer to that average low as kind of our average temperature over the course of the day. Sun will set this evening at 6:28, rise tomorrow morning at 8:13. So, a little bit of a warm up. We shouldn't see any more snow in the next week or so. That you can, well, it is Michigan, so I won't say you can bet on that, but we're not expecting to see any more snow over the next week or so. Any that has fallen, that should be it for a little while. We do expect to see some rain move in, but some drier conditions at least for the next few days. So maybe a chance to get some work done in that time. We'll have more on the weather as we move through the broadcast. Coming up, we'll be talking with Gary Kaufman from Star of the West. Then, as always, over to Oppenheimer and Doug Klein. All of that's ahead. But first, the weather report today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Krizak's House Family Restaurant. If you've got to supply the food for an event coming up, and there's a lot of them I know, and you've got to supply the food, here's the number, 989-894-5531. You give them a call, tell them what you want, they'll prepare it, have it ready for you, take it back to your event, and you will be a hero at your event. Krizak's House, also a great place to dine in. Corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's south side.
Time to find out what's going on in the markets. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman from Star of the West. Gary, last I saw, there was a little bit of green.
Yeah, we got a couple of greens on the board here this morning, Jonathan, and then one little red one. But yeah, we'll take it for now. Yeah, the markets on beans and wheat are up a little bit, and corn's down a little bit. So as we sit here right now, let's call cash wheat up 4 right now at 520 on the white, 450 on the red. New crop for next year up 3 at 612 on the white, 537 on the red. And cash and current crop corn's down 3 at 406. And cash and current crop soybeans, let's call it up 7 right now at 1219.
So the snow and rain that we had come across didn't really put a damper on things too much, I don't think, at least in terms of what the markets are doing. But in terms of crops, what are we seeing going on there?
Yeah, basically, soybeans, guys are still trying to finish up soybean harvest. We turn the calendar in November, and usually those are pretty much all done by now. But we could probably, looks like we've got a good clear few days here before the next rains come into play. So hopefully the guys get the beans out, and a lot of guys starting corn now. So depending where you're standing at, what county you are in, some guys are active, some guys still waiting maybe for some snow to fall off the corn. But overall, market-wise, as far as soybeans go, we're going to continue to focus on Brazil weather. We're seeing some heavy rains and flooding that may lead to some replanting in southern Brazil, and and there's reports of long wait times at the port as well. And northern Brazil continues to be too dry, so that'll be a market mover for soybeans. Besides, the demand on soybeans export sales has been improving, so that's given the soybean price a little bump here as well. But and of course, tensions in the Middle East continue to rise, and so that's always who knows how the market's going to react when things get a little bit more crazier over there. But and then the Black Sea region, of course, we continue to watch Russia-Ukraine conflict and how that's going to play a role in these markets moving forward as well. So.
I know we've talked about it a couple times, but I know with the Black Sea region, with Russia and Ukraine, kind of the big thing that was pushed or pulled in those talks was wheat. What are we looking at? Is it soy that would be most affected, I guess would be the best word for it when we're talking about the Middle East?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, soybeans with in regards to oil prices and stuff like that. So yeah, usually when you get oil rallying, the rest of that soy complex will kind of follow to a certain point, including meal, and then lastly soybeans. But yeah, that's that geopolitical news will create some impacts, across a lot of different commodities for sure. So.
Absolutely. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. Thank you very much, Gary. You have a good one.
I will. You do the same. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you. Gary Kaufman from Star of the West. Let's head on over to Oppenheimer. The market report today brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. The seasons are changing, and so is the new Ram truck inventory at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. 2023 HDs are still coming in, and the 2024 1500s are arriving. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a Business Link dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, it's time to go to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Market Report also brought to you by Thumb Bank and Trust. They've been making agricultural loans since 1895. They know that farming today continues to offer challenges that are very demanding, and Thumb Bank and Trust helps you stay up to date on industry trends and the trends of your operation. Thumb Bank and Trust, now with 13 locations throughout the Thumb and in the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank and Trust, where relationships are built on trust. With more on the markets, we say good morning to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Doug, how are we doing today?
Well, we're kind of mixed today, but we're doing all right. Of course, we got a Fed meeting today. Should be 2 o'clock that he makes this announcement. According to the news, there's 0% chance that he's going to raise or lower interest rates today. 29% chance that he makes a move in December to the upside. So we'll see. Needless to say, I think we're getting closer to the end than we are the beginning, and the stock market for sure is kind of feeling the love there a little bit, not overwhelmingly. That'll come maybe at 2 o'clock or not. We'll see. But last night I was just trying to figure out how to put my heated handlebars and skis on my lawnmower. I don't know. Like, can it be done? I thought, is it an engineering miracle, or should I just put it away for the year? My gosh.
Stick a snowblower on the front of it, and then you can mow the grass underneath.
Man, oh man. So I don't know. But anyway, here's your numbers. The December corn is 476 1/4, down 2 1/2. The March corn is 490 3/4, down 2 1/4. January soybeans 1317 3/4, up 7 1/4. March soybeans 1331 1/4, up 6 1/2. The December wheat is 560, up 3 3/4, and March wheat 588, up 2 3/4. So crude oil was up over $2 this morning. Right now it's up about 92 cents at 81.94. The heating oil is 2.97. That's up 6 cents. Gasoline is 223.32. That's up 1.5 cents. Natural gas is 378.5. That's down 2.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3870. That is down 4 ticks. The dollar buys 151.04 yen. That's down 63 ticks. The euro's at 105.46, down 30 ticks. The dollar's at 106.85, up 19 ticks. Gold's at 1989.90, down $4.40. Silver's 22.89, down 6 cents. And platinum's at 9.27, down 13.20.
All right, Doug, thank you very much. You have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Back with more after this.
Like you, we never settle. There's more sugar, in fact, better sugar in every seed we sow. For more than a century, we put innovation to work in the service of growers who plant Crystal brand sugar beet seed. With varieties developed especially for your growing area, you can be confident your success is always our top priority. This season, and for seasons to come, choose a seed partner who shares your priorities.
The beauty of a family farm is that everyone pitches in to get things done. There is nothing like the smell of a sugar beet field during harvest or a meal served off the tailgate of a pickup. This is Peter Maxwell, your ACH Seeds representative, with a friendly reminder to keep safety a top priority this season. Please encourage your crews to be cautious with field work and drive safely as they deliver this crop. You've built an impressive legacy, one that is certainly worth protecting. Thanks again for your continued business.
ACH Seeds, growing with you.
If you know that sound, you know it's the sound of a bag of Pioneer brand Optimum Aquamax seed corn being opened. The sound of the most drought-tolerant seeds Pioneer has ever produced about to be unleashed into acres of unique environments. Innovation that turns unpredictable years into memorable ones, making tough conditions question their own toughness. Pioneer brand Optimum Aquamax corn products. Field proven and ready for yours. Visit pioneer.com/fight-drought.
Farm Service is being brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. They can help with lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Stop by and find out how they can be your hometown financial solution. Get more information by going to frankenmuthcu.org. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. They're licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. Now, you can reach their agents directly on their cell phones for questions or emergencies, or you can call the office in downtown Reese. It's 989-868-4722. Risk management, it's all about protecting yourself against the bad things, taking advantage of the good things. You can do all of that and more by working with the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency.
Let's head on over to Bay Landscaping and Garden Center now, and that's where we find Jerry Samalski. Jerry, is it time to break out the snow shovels yet?
No. Got a long time yet.
Okay, good.
Yeah, a lot of rhetoric, but the reality is it's still a lot of time to do any planting you need to. The nurseries and garden centers still have plants. If you want to get them in, get them in. It's a fine time to get them in right now. Evergreens, you want to hurry, get them in as soon as possible. But the, leafy plants, they'll be fine. Some of the perennials probably should have been in the ground by now. But again, if they're hardy ones, hostas, daylilies, those types of things, they'll take it just fine. So, still a lot of things you can get done in those leaves. We just keep talking about mulching them up. I'm up in Roscommon right now, and they don't have a sign of snow. So it depends on where you are, and I heard one of the farm reports saying what county you're in as to whether you want the snow to get off the corn to harvest. So, there's plenty of time. So, get out there, get your projects done. It'll be a lot better than trying to get it between the rains in the spring.
Absolutely. Now with planting, is the biggest factor like when the ground hardens, or are other variables involved there?
So when you're planting, the ground freezing definitely makes it a lot harder.
Yeah.
But some of the plants like to be a little more established. The pine like to get a little bit of root out, and plants still put roots out even though the top isn't growing and even though there's no leaves. And the warmer you keep that soil, the longer they're going to keep putting roots out. That's why a good layer of mulch at time of planting will really help aid in that. So, but the leafy things, heck, they're dormant. They don't care. Move them around. They're happy. Get them in the ground. They'll be doing fine next spring.
All right. Thank you very much, Jerry. You have a good one.
You too. Have a great day.
All right.
Keep the snow shovel at bay.
Absolutely. Jerry Samalski with Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Predictability in farming is next to impossible. We all know that. Well, until now, Pivot Bio provides a more reliable, more predictable source of nitrogen. Pivot Bio delivers nitrogen directly to the plant through the growing season because it adheres directly to the root. Pivot Bio doesn't wash away in the rain. Plant more predictability next season with Pivot Bio. You can learn more at pivotbio.com. That's pivotbio.com, or by contacting Don Morse at 989-239-2791 or Allie Morse at 989-780-377 to get Pivot Bio on your operation. Let's head on over to Nutrient Ag Solutions now, where we say good morning to Scott Dumas. Scott, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. The rain's been holding off now here for a couple days, and growers are able to get some work done now.
Absolutely.
A lot of sugar beets coming off, some corn. I even saw some soybeans coming off yesterday. So nice little break in the weather here. Hopefully the sun will shine and get some harvesting done.
So I've got a crop progress report in front of me, and it doesn't look like we're doing too bad in terms of both progress on pulling things off and in terms of conditions. What have you been seeing?
I wouldn't believe everything that crop progress report shows
really?
from Michigan. I've been on the west side of the state, and there's not many soybeans off over there. Yesterday they got some snow over there as well. So they're going to be slowed up a little bit here. And, they're trying to get some corn off, but it's slow going. They've actually been wetter than us, in the Saginaw Valley there. And I don't believe that crop progress report's accurate.
Not quite. Well, we'll wait for next week, I suppose. What are you recommending farmers do nowadays?
Be safe, slow down, and take your time. Everything will get done, but number one priority is be safe.
Absolutely. Scott, thank you very much. You have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Scott Dumas with Nutrient Ag Solutions. We'll be right back.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor Parts. New parts for old tractors made easy. So simple. All you have to do is call 800-234-3280 or go to steinertractor.com. Remember, they share your enthusiasm for your antique machine, and they know that you want to keep it running. That's why they take their job personally at Steiner Tractor Parts, because they understand your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. Want to make that unit look really sharp this coming summer? Show it off a little bit at the shows? You can do that. Steiner Tractor. For more information, go to steinertractor.com. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Why do I go by Shaw? Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to
make my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R to
do both vegetables and my flowers. It's exciting, putting yourself out there, learning something new.
And with a long list of easy-to-attach implements, ranging from a front loader to a box blade and backhoe, they both can make
the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-Series tractor for just $130 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
From breeders' first work on trait identification through years of strip trials all the way to shipping, it takes a team of experts to deliver every beta seed variety. The teamwork doesn't end there. It continues with our most important teammate, growers like you. Your feedback helps us shape the next generation of sugar beet solutions to maximize tonnage and sugar content while managing disease. Let's keep the momentum going. Contact your Beta Seed rep for more info. Beta Seed, breeding confidence.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, purchasing local soybeans, processing the local beans, and marketing local Exceller meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. They've been doing that since 1991. Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today.
We'll be back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the premier kitchen and bath gallery